Now,
Riz.
Now we can talk about Riz, right? We can talk about the Riz. So, I mean, just to go to the Riz and stuff like that. I mean, like, so obviously you've been in these professional teams. Like, what do guys? What's the Riz, or how are guys picking up these sports girls? Or I know you were saying it's full of lesbians and stuff like that, and it's full of that, but like, what are guys trying to do and stuff to pick these sports girls up?
I mean,
or are they struggling really bad? Because I know a lot of them are very, very tall, depending on the sport, of course.
Well, the lesbians are on basketball because I did basketball and volleyball. Volleyball isn't too lesbian.
Okay.
Like, that's not too much. No, like there's bi chicks on volleyball, but not straight up lesbians. I just say athletes usually date each other. I would say the majority of my team in England is single, and there's like 3 chicks that dated basketball players. That's kind of how it goes.
Got it.
In college, yeah, it was mostly sports people just dated each other.
Right. Just athletes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Olympic Village stories, you know?
Yeah.
Actually, I interviewed a girl on the show that like did that, and she said she had a boyfriend during like the Olympics because she played basketball for it.
Right.
Yeah, she said she regretted like not cheating on him. Yeah. I was like, wow.
And we should have actually button women.
I know, it's just like we're so silly. We just like believe anything.
Damn, that's crazy.
We just like do things. I don't know.
You guys just believe all these startups.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I guess let's just kind of get back to all that stuff. Like, I mean, you know, dang, dude, this conversation went kind of off the rails right there with that, but it's an important thing to talk about because, I mean, this stuff's happening and it's being propagated and it's being pushed out by all these powers that be and stuff like that. We have the central bank digital currencies coming out right now. We're having the rollout. Basically 2 weeks ago, it happened in Chicago. They're going to start testing it in more cities. I'd say basically by October, we have it more or less online already, and the UK is going to follow suit. Every other country is
The whole EU
is coming out with their own central bank digital currency for the euro and stuff. China's already got the leg. They've been testing it since about
2018-19.
Yeah, they've been playing around with it and stuff like that. And then here's some weird shit with that. So if you actually went to those Winter Olympics where the Chinese were actually giving out the currency, it had a timer on it. So hey, Pearl, you've got Troy, you guys have 2 weeks or 2 days to spend this money or it's gone.
Wow.
And that's the shit that's so scary about this crap is that in the beginning we're kind of like right now we're China light. So whatever. So there's always this Coke and Pepsi thing where like whoever the 2 biggest superpowers are, we're like revolving around each other, right? So when the Russians were like the big threat during the USSR, they were starting satellites up in space. So we started the space race. Well, China has started this whole thing of basically this kind of draconian sort of like communistic, like we control your money. Now we're China light on it. We're China light, and the whole rest of the world's following suit. So what's going on right now is like, I mean, if you even look at Twitter, we went to Twitter X. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Elon Musk, but Elon Musk is pro crypto. But what he's doing, he's making Twitter into WeChat. Like if you see what's going on, we're basically converting all our apps into basically Chinese versions of those apps, and we're not even waking up to that shit because what's going to happen is our Fed Now thing, which has a biometric scan on your thumbprints and stuff. So your cards have like a chip. In order for you to use your card, you have to put your thumb on it.
About 6 months.
6 months or less, yeah. That shit's all coming out. And these are going to be on the big, so you're going to have on some of the really high-end credit cards, you're going to have the thumbprints on it, and then eventually all the Fed Now cards are going to have the thumbprints on it. And that'll be in the next year or less.
Really easy to get that UBI and Stimmy check money, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
and easy money. I mean, people, like we were saying, right? Women, like the OnlyFans women, they want the lowest barrier to entry just to get the easiest money possible. So it's just one of those things that's just going to make society even more complacent.
You know what's crazy? It's like how much dumber we're getting as a society.
Yeah.
You ever like listen to people talk? Like I have like recordings from like like when they first started, I think 1920s-ish. It's really crazy. They're just so much smarter.
Yeah. Good storytellers.
We're just getting like
dumber. I hope I'm helping.
It's all going to AI anyways.
Yeah. Wait, so what do you do then? How do you avoid it?
I mean,
fuck.
I mean, basically,
you can't avoid
you
that.
Can't avoid it.
But
I mean,
you can opt
What's the
out partially.
What's the danger here, though, that they're then going to say, right, so you said this on a podcast. You were on the Dollar Cost Crypto podcast, and you said this, so therefore you can't spend money.
It's basically, I'm not saying we're going to have a social credit score, but it's sort of like what happened on Twitter before when the lefties controlled it, is that, all right, Pearl, you're talking a little too much shit right now.